Hey guys, Anders here. Welcome back to another video. I just want to make a quick PSA directly at the beginning of this video. There are channel bots that some degenerate made that they're posting comments saying that you won a giveaway. That is not me. If I do a giveaway in my channel, I'm not going to reply to your YouTube comment to tell you that you've won. So do not get scammed. You have been warned. Ignore all people that are trying to impersonate me telling you that you've won a giveaway, because you have not. Anyways, Battlefield 2042 creeping up on 1 year of being released, and boy oh boy do we have some good stuff to talk about when it comes to that topic. So get ready, get your popcorn, your chips, buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy video, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, should I stream on YouTube? Because as of right now, I stream every single day on Twitch, and I think a lot of people know Twitch is taking some big, fat, and massive L's recently, and YouTube is looking real good. So I just want to know, how many of you guys would actually watch? Because I've never streamed on YouTube, so comment down below. Would you watch? Okay, Battlefield 2042. It's almost been released for a full year, and I think it goes without saying, this game has been a monumental disappointment. A disappointment of biblical proportions. A game that surprised everyone in the wrong sort of ways. Almost 1 year after release, Battlefield 2042 sits with 2 new maps. Let me say that again. 2 new maps after 1 year. By this same time, Battlefield 4 had 16 maps released. And that's not even counting any of the other stuff Battlefield 4 added, like the assignments and the guns and the CTE, that, by the way, was also released during this time. And on top of the insane lack of content, we all know Battlefield 2042's major blunders with reinventing the wheel and just adding things that simply no one asked for. Now, me personally, I would consider Battlefield 2042 to not even be in release state. Even a year after release. I would consider this game to still be in beta. I would also say that the upcoming season, which is Season 3, the season that adds class systems back into the game and gadget restrictions, that is when the game actually is going to release. So about in 8 weeks' time or 7 weeks' time, Battlefield 2042 will now officially release. So round of applause in the comment section for that. I can't wait for 2042 to release in 8 weeks' time. And speaking of 8 weeks' time, let's talk about how they actually deliver content in Battlefield 2042. With the season systems, this is kind of how this goes. So there's a new season. Okay, boom, there's a new specialist, and there's a new battle pass and all this stuff, and maybe there's a map or something. And then all of it releases. You can realistically unlock all of it within a week and a half or even 2 weeks of casual play, barely even trying. And then you're left with 10 weeks of nothingness until the next season comes out. That is the sad reality of Battlefield games nowadays, and it really doesn't bode well for the future of the franchise, especially considering the other things that I haven't even mentioned that were wrong with Battlefield 2042 and still actually remain issues. First of all, the performance remains really bad. 128 players remains a total gimmick that actually directly affected the performance of the game and the map design, because of course they had to design maps to accommodate more people, which then resulted in them being designed the way they are, which is flat nothingness most of the time, and just generally not fun with zero flow or rotational ability. The game released without a scoreboard. The squad menu system still to this day doesn't allow you to see the actual number of squads like previous Battlefield games. You know how you would open a squad menu and you'd see like, oh, Squad A, Squad B, 3 out of 4 players, Squad C, 2 out of 4 players. Hey, I'm going to join Squad C. Nope, that's not how this works in Battlefield 2042. You have to join this like Excel spreadsheet that then you like right click and then it puts you in a random squad that you can't even really deliberately choose. But don't worry, because specialists are here to save you, because you can deliberately choose whatever gadget you want to use on whatever specialist you want to use, thus completely destroying game readability. Because you can't just look at a Sundance and go, hey, Sundance is Assault, which means she can have C5 and a rocket launcher. Nope. You have to look at a Sundance and be like, oh my god, you know, oh, she's one shot. Does she have a med pen? Does she have a med box? Does she have none of that? Does she have anti-tank? Am I going to get blown up by C5 when I go around this corner? Does she have a spawn beacon? Do I have to look for that? It's like the game has no readability, and that is a direct result of there not being class system and the maps being as bad as they are. And you know what's really, really funny to me from a perspective of someone who actually hasn't played Battlefield 2042 in 4 or 5 days now. I've been playing Gundam Evolution. Gundam Evolution has 17 different playable characters, and they're all, I would say, shockingly well balanced. Now, it is hilarious to me that Battlefield 2042 can't even do the same with, what, 8 or 9 specialists? I don't even know how many specialists there are in the game, but the point is there's less and it's poorly done. Because there are clear choices when it comes to Battlefield 2042 Specialist. Why would you ever play Dozer over McKay? McKay can simply ignore the normal rules of playing an FPS game. Oh look, a roof that's typically inaccessible to every single other specialist in the entire game. I am simply going to go up there and kill everyone. So all in all, Battlefield 2042, a year after release, really is still in an absolutely horrendous state and is shockingly behind previous titles in terms of content and quality of the content. And I would not hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. I would fully expect them to cancel support for this game after Season 4. You know EA, they're going to tweet this little pretty edited picture with a nice probably white typeface with, you know, some Battlefield background. It's going to be a nice statement from EA, maybe the CEO, Andrew Wilson, and he's going to tell us very, very CEO-like that they're canceling the support for Battlefield 2042 and that he loves us so much for allowing him to scam us for our money. So comment down below, are you excited for that post? Because I personally am, and I am still planning on making my Battlefield 2042 review. If I'm going to be honest, life has really ramped up for me with everything that's going on in my personal life and just the amount of stuff that I'm trying to juggle at once between the stream and playing like 3 separate games in Gundam, Shadowline, and Battlefield 2042, you know, making YouTube videos. I have really had a hard time working on the Battlefield 2042 review because I really want to make sure that it is so perfect that nothing can be wrong with it. I refuse to release that video if I'm not happy with anything. And I think it also might be worth it to let Battlefield 2042 flush itself out content-wise, because if they do actually cancel the content in Season 4, I think I would actually rather wait to release the video until after they cancel the content so I can get the full picture of how Battlefield 2042 went. So yeah, that's about it. Hit the subscribe button and like the video if you enjoyed. This is sort of the Battlefield 2042 1-year update video. And TLDR, the game is still really bad, and you should not buy it for really any amount of money. And if you would like to buy it for any amount of money, you should instead burn that amount of money. Because at least for the couple seconds that the money is burning, you get a nice, maybe like a smoldering smell. And you don't really get that from 2042. So make sure you at the devs on Twitter to add sort of a smell-o-vision effect to Battlefield 2042 to emulate the smoldering pile of dog shit that the game actually is. I'll see you guys later.